What the fuck? Bitch. Hey, hello, my name is Quilt. I currently have 150 hours aim training. I'm 15 years old, so hopefully to you that doesn't mean I instantly suck and don't know anything. I spent a lot of my time learning how to aim train, as well as aim training. So let's get this started with some pretty basic stuff first.
I think they're all pulling right. Oh fuck. I died. Like your ass up.
I recommend you guys do this. So go to Windows, search mouse, then go to additional mouse settings. Uncheck all these boxes. Then apply. Okay. Search control panel. Ease of access, then ease of access center. Set up mouse keys and set this bar all the way to low and you're set. Okay, check this out. You can pause and read, but basically muscle memory isn't real. I totally agree with the idea, so don't be too worried about trying to match sensitivities. I change my sensitivities all the time and it doesn't feel like I reset myself. However, I do like to match my sensitivities with Kovaaks and other games. With Kovaak Sense Matcher, it's easy to use and it helps me get my CM per 360. Link in the description for that. But I wouldn't be too worried about trying to build muscle memory.
Reload.
Sorry, why is it cinematic?
Cinematic mode.
Proper position or how to sit. I'm not going to go too far into this, but FPS Coach has fantastic videos about this already. Links in the description. But just make sure your mouse arm is at a nice 90 degrees. Don't be too high above your desk and don't be too low your desk because you'll hurt your wrist. Next is how much to train. Obviously do whatever fits into your schedule. I would say 30 minutes minimum and about an hour maximum. But don't go over an hour a day because I think you'll get burnt out. But if you don't think you will, go ham. And however much you wish to train, get used to it, make it part of your day, and remember 30 minutes a day is better than 5 hours just on one day. And nothing else a week. At first you'll probably get a bunch of high scores over and over, but eventually you will plateau and it will suck. Don't give up though, because every day is one step closer to beating that score, to getting better, and no excuses, bitch. Usually, to overcome my plateaus, I will up my sensitivity. You will learn faster at a faster sense because to be more precise, and that's what I recommend to start aim training at, or when learning a type of aim. I use 17 centimeters per 360 when learning anything, but anything from 28 to 17 is good, I would say, when trying to learn, because those are pretty fast. Anything past 40 cm is too slow for me, so in game I stay around high 20s. But sensitivity is all preference, and it might feel different to you, so get what's comfortable. That works. Okay, right before we go into Kovaaks, I want to say don't add latency to your Kovaaks to make it more in-game accurate. That's dumb. You're trying to train your aim, and besides, most of it will carry over into your game no matter the latency. Just don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyways, important basic aiming tips. Here we are in Kovaaks. Let's get started. Really important thing first is to don't tense up your hand, wrist, or arm too much and stop yourself from doing it, because the more you stop yourself, the less you'll do it. Should I keep my eyes on the target or on my crosshairs? I think you should do both. I wouldn't really focus on it too much. You should naturally be able to do what's best and just don't overcomplicate it. When it comes to any tracking scenarios, you don't want to try and predict when and where the target will be moving. That's defeating the entire purpose of aim training. The way to think about it is that target will be moving in that direction forever. And when it moves, assume it's going to be moving in that direction forever. That way you train the important parts of tracking and not just guessing. Dynamic scenarios or moving dot scenarios, you're gonna hate them, but they're important, so don't skip them if you really hate them. And this goes for any scenario. Add more to the playlist and brainwash yourself you love them, just kind of like how your mom does to you. If you're having a lot of trouble with dynamic scenarios, go back to static scenarios and practice those, as the technique there is pretty much the same. You have to learn that first. And remember, accuracy over speed. Okay, this is a great tip for all scenarios, but especially static. Do not ape. No aping. Okay, let me explain. Aping is when you try to go as fast as you can and forgetting accuracy. I hate this because some people believe, especially beginners, that all you need is speed and no technique. I was guilty of this for a very long time, but you really need to start slow, build your technique, and then build speed. A really good aimer, Bardos, said something like, every run should have 100% accuracy. But anyways, the Bard Pill method. First 10 seconds of any scenario, you cannot miss. If you miss, you have to reset the scenario, but don't be lenient with yourself after the 10 seconds pass. Say if you miss 4 shots in a row afterwards, reset the scenario. To make resetting scenarios easier, go to Settings, Keybinds, and scroll down to Reset Scenario and set it to F. When I started aim training, I did Aimer7's playlist. There's a link in the description to his whole paper. These should get you to build pretty decent aim, but I don't think it'll carry you to a really high level faster than other playlists will. I'm going to leave a share code for his complete beginner playlist in the description. Also, all of his playlists are about an hour long, some longer. I recommend doing those for a while. Once you've built up some good aim, try the Voltaic benchmarks. They're honestly so fun to grind, and again, links in the description. The way to download the sheet is to join the Discord, go to resources, and click on Kovaak's progress sheet. File, make copy, whatever. Easy peasy. Obviously, you can search for other playlists that fit what you are lacking, so just try stuff. Thanks for watching this video. It means a lot. I liked making this sort of high effort video. It's different for me. It was fun. But anyways, I hope to learn something from this. But bye bye. Maybe an epic montage here, but I don't know if I have clips.